2008 CTS. For the harmonic balance bolt, I suggest an impact wrench so you don't risk reversing the engine and possibly jumping a tooth on that bottom chain. Perfect. There are other methods, but this is my preferred method. I had just enough room to get an impact in there with a regular short socket. You risk breaking it, but hey, I didn't have to remove all this fan unit. But when I do the gear puller in here, I will not have enough room for the impact, so I'm just going to wrench it. So I'll be using this style puller for the harmonic balance wheel, and you want to line this up on the crankshaft, and then you want these as close to this pulley as possible to give you more pulling range. And then you got some bolts here that go through. And you use one of the holes supplied in the pulley to tighten that up, and you put another one on this side. But you see how loose that is? I don't really like that. Now in the pull kit there's different size bolts, but the shorter ones will not reach, so I might put like a spacer in here, some washers or a nut. And I got a couple bolts right here and two there, and you want it to thread in at least a 1/4 inch or more so it doesn't strip out. And you want this to pull evenly, and you can see this side's wanting to go inside, so I'm just going to leave that a little bit loose to make it even. Get yourself a heavy duty ratchet. 3/4 socket is this size here, and it was the same size as the bolt that came out of the crank. Tighten that up. Start pulling, baby. Yeah. Pretty easy when you got the right tools. So you can see the setup here now. These bolts are threaded into these holes, and then this pulls against the shaft, pushes against the shaft for curiosity purposes. You can see how far that this is threaded in, and it's about a 1/4 inch. It's not even all the way through. This one's a little bit more. Here's the kits from AutoZone: harmonic balance puller, power steering wheel puller. I don't see anything in the pull kit for reinstallation, so we need to get this on there, line up the keyways, and we want to get it on there as far as we can, because the crank bolt will not reach to pull it on. See how that went on? And hopefully we'll have enough room for the bolt, and you want that to thread in a good ways, and then we'll get the impact on there. Be nice if you could remove that washer to gain some more room, pull it in a little bit, and then reinstall the washer. But the washer doesn't want to come off. Maybe if I use a wrench first, then impact. Let's see if that pulls it in. I get in far enough, I'll have room for the impact. And if you have a low setting on the impact, use that first. And there you go. A good rule of thumb: after the engine's been heated, retorque the bolt.